Hey guys, this is Good Guy Dan here, and this is a video update for the Sinanju and the Sinanju Stein. I'm trying some different things with both of these kits, but one commonality that you may have already noticed is the fact that I've changed out hands on both models. The Sinanju is using a set of 1/100 Builder Parts Xeon hands, and the Stein is using a set of 1/100 EFS SF hands. Both are Bandai products. Both of them I found have worked pretty well for the weapons that they're both holding. I know the complaint that a lot of people have with the Sinanju is the fact that it can't hold its own rifle. I think that problem mostly stems from the fact that the stock Sinanju hands are the same exact models as the hands used on the Zaku's and the Goof 2.0s. So they're really not purpose built to hold that big rifle. They're meant for a machine gun or a bazooka with a better peg system. So yeah, I found that these hands work really well. They're maybe like a tiny bit larger than they need to be, but I mean, it can hold the rifle with the attached bazooka on it without a problem. And they don't look bad. I'm sure once they get some paint, they'll fit right in. You probably won't even notice they're there. The Sinanju Stein, the hands took a little bit of modification to get it to hold this big rifle. The main issue is the hands are pretty loose without the peg system for the what are they called, the emotion manipulators or whatever Bandai has decided to call their pre-molded hands. But by simply modifying the hands to use the peg system, i.e. cutting away some material and then gluing the peg in to the palm of the hand, I found that it still works just fine, and it holds the rifle up. I know a big issue with the stock kit is when you put it in the arm with the emotion manipulator, it tends to droop like this. But just the dimensions of this hand, the way it fits into the wrist section, doesn't really, and of course now I can't get it back in. Okay, well therein lies a problem I'll have to address, but overall it tends to hold the rifle really well. I haven't really modified this handset yet to take the bazooka, but that's something I'll work on in the future if I decide to include the bazooka on this kit. As you can see, the Stein is in much more complete condition than the standard Sinanju. Unfortunately, I'm waiting for parts on both of these models. The Sinanju Stein is missing a vent from one of the legs, and the regular Sinanju is missing the spikes from the shoulders. I found that I'm modifying the standard Sinanju to eliminate some minor seam lines. And for the Sinanju Stein, I'm keeping it pretty much stock without really doing... Okay, well, that's a sign. Without doing too much to the kit at all. I'm going to show you some of the modifications I've done to the regular Sinanju now. And the reason why I'm doing this is I built two Sinanjus previously, and it's an awesome kit. I mean, it's on almost everyone's top 10, but there are a few things that could be improved, let's say. The primary one are the seam lines on the shoulders. So this is a modified shoulder piece, and typically this part is three components, where you have the top, and then you have the front and the back, and they're all separate. What I have done is I have, of course, fused them just using some glue. So this is what it looks like unprimed. And one side is pretty much completely raw. I just refused this the other night because it came apart. And the other side, what I've done is I've brush applied some primer without thinning it. And what this does is it's really good at filling in all the little like micro bubbles that you'd miss. It's a lot easier than dealing with putty. And what I'll do is, before this goes in for an airbrush primer coat, is I'll take and sand it until it almost looks like this, and then I'll hit it with a full airbrush coat until it looks like this. And I mean, it's pretty much impossible to tell that this is multiple pieces, aside from there's like the tiniest little divot in the lips down here. But so this is what I did. This is a very easy modification to do. The main complication that comes with this is the fact that the standard shoulder components in this kit don't allow you to attach that part once it's fully assembled, because the part looks something like this. But what I've done is separated the backing for the front and the back and for the top parts. So what will happen is once this is complete, I'll insert this in like so. Like that. And then for the front and the backs, I'll insert these behind it. I'm trying very delicately not to insert it because it's going to be a pain in the butt to take out. And then I put the yellow pieces in here. So that's a very easy workaround. I think it's going to look a lot better. I've noticed on my last two kits the seam lines that typically show up right here, they don't look great. So I haven't decided if I'm going to do just like a regular red coat or if I'm going to do like an extra finish metallic. But I just want it to look really, really sleek and really streamlined. So that's where that's going. Let's see, what else have I done? On the sleeve details here, it's going to be very difficult to tell, of course, is I actually went and fused the panel lines on the sleeves to get the filigree work to be more consistent, and I probably need to prime this to see how it's going to look, but that's just something I wanted to do, just so like the bands look complete all the way around, there weren't any gaps anywhere. I think that just about does it for this kit. I didn't really do too much outside of that. I mean, like I said, this is a really good kit. It's worth every penny. There isn't that much that needs to be modified on it. I did try... Okay, let's get up here. To modify the seam on the back of the head. And I found after repeatedly fusing this and trying to like push the innards up into the head, it just keeps separating. So I'm going to give it a few more tries, but if I can't get it, I'm not too worried about it. I find that that's typically not an area that's easily visible on this kit. Yeah, there you go. This is going to be a pretty stock color scheme. I think the red, black, and gold on this kit really is probably one of the best color schemes for it. I just kind of want to have like the, you know, the true kit color on my shelf again, since I sold off my metallic version a while ago. That isn't to say that I may do this kit again, do it in blue or purple or yellow or something, but you know, I have to say I do prefer the red. So one other thing I've been considering, and I'm kind of looking at getting some pre-owned kits maybe to do this, is do a kit bash of these two. I mean, they share a lot of components. Obviously, they are technically the same mobile suit, so I mean that makes sense. I personally don't really agree with the design philosophy of the Stein. I think this kit is too different from this kit for it to make sense that this was converted into that. It doesn't really make sense within the lore to me, considering like how cash strapped and you know, kind of poor Neo Zeon is. I don't think that an organization would justify making a showpiece like this out of exceptional mobile suit already. So what I'm going to try to do is take the Stein, incorporate parts of the Sinanju into the Stein so that the Stein looks more like that. So it makes more sense that when they did the conversion to that, they didn't do too much to it. So to do that, I think I'm going to take the feet, maybe modify the legs a little bit, integrate some of the parts into this, and yeah, just do a couple other little modifications. I don't know why. It's been bugging me now that I have the two kits assembled next to each other. They look close enough, but just something about it irks me. So that project may be a little ways off. I need to get some donor kits, you know, some cheap kits maybe someone else, you know, may have damaged or didn't finish or didn't care for, and just start bashing them together and see what I can come up with. So anyways, that's a work in progress for these two. Hopefully you found the video informational. If you have any questions about the modifications I did to the kit, you know, leave a comment below. Be happy to answer your questions, and you'll see a lot more of these kits, you know, in the coming weeks as I get to them. Like I said, I am still waiting for parts on both of these, and oh, by the way, if anyone has a vent for one of their kits that they don't mind donating, I'd be happy to take that off your hands, since Gantech Kits isn't currently taking additional orders. So anyways, guys, this is Good Guy Dan signing out. Thanks. Bye.